Oh, yes.
Hey guys, Brandon coming to you here. I'm gonna be doing some casting practice, and you guys might be wondering what's up with that. Well, for someone who doesn't get out and actually get to fish as much as I like, I do like to take some time and actually practice and work on my casting because it's been definitely a few months going through the winter season. So let's hang on and get rolling. A whole bunch of crap. Should put that with the 3/8. I'll just go with that guy right there. So you guys might be wondering why someone would practice their casting and lure placement techniques. Being able to get your lure in those tight, bushy, or odd placements really can make a big difference when it comes to catching the fish or not catching the fish. As you can see, I just got the 3 sponges set up, nothing crazy. I recommend use something soft so when your lures do make contact with them, it's not gonna beat them up or distort them in any way. All right, before I start practicing my casting, I am gonna run inside and grab something to eat real quick. As you can see, I am definitely still cleaning off my casting cobwebs. Part of the problem my lure kept going left was because when I go to cast, I was swinging the lure arcing to the right, which in return throws the lure to the left. Whereas once I kind of got more reacquainted, it's almost more of a rolling and snapping my wrist that kind of rolls the lure underneath the tip of the rod and then flings it out, is how I personally prefer to cast most of the time. Not saying that's totally correct, but that just seems to be how I can do it. With doing this drill, it is totally okay if you don't have multiple targets to work with. Having only 1 or 2 items to kind of throw your lure at is totally fine. Usually I only use 1 and I just kind of vary where I'm standing. Maybe I'll semi-hide behind a tree or place it behind a tree to kind of work on some backhand casts or some odd over the hand casts, or throw it underneath the bush if I need to work on some pitching. But you can actually see the lines from where I've casted and the directions that I've been kind of running from. Even though it does stink and you're out here getting wet, having a wet lawn and having that accuracy check is really beneficial. And another thing you're going to practice while doing with this is if you've never used a bait caster, you're going to learn real quick that is if you can get what's called that bird nest effect, where the spool keeps spinning even after the lure's already hit the ground or the water, and that's when the line just frays out and you get what they call that bird nest. The trick is right when the lure's just about to hit the water or the ground or whatever you're trying to hit it with, is you stop the drum with your thumb. So as soon as it about hits, you take your thumb and you stop that drum, and that's how you kind of work, and you're going to get past that line issue. If I could stop casting to the left, I'd be really happy. I shouldn't say that. I actually am really happy. Oh, nice. All right, so as you probably saw, it's not a totally perfect drill, but it works pretty good. Not only for practicing your aiming and getting that lure where you want, you can experiment with different lure weights, different style lures, different fishing poles. All those are going to make a big factors. And I didn't show it, but I did actually get a little bit of a bird's nest. It wasn't huge. I just didn't stop the drum in time, and it kept going out. One thing is to try when you do get that bird nest effect is if you can cast it out really far, like it'll draw out enough line, and then if you can stop that drum, it'll actually usually fix it. Unless it's really bad, that's kind of a nightmare. But usually if you get a little bit of one, don't panic. Just try to find a clear spot on the shore if you're fishing off land, or just really just cast your line out as far as you can. And when that drum starts spinning out, leaving that line out, all that line that was tangled up will straighten itself back out when you go to reel it in. All right, so guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this drill. It is something that you can literally practice just about anywhere. I mean, unless you lived in the city, that might be different. But if you got any chunk of land, you can practice it in your backyard. You can aim at a tree, a couple of sponges like I have here. You can literally do this anywhere, and it's a great drill, and it'll save you a lot of lures, because when you're actually fishing, you'll be better off putting that lure where you want it and hopefully catching more fish. So we're going to be going on another adventure this weekend, and I hope to see you guys there. Thanks.